Michael here, getting you guys set up tonight for our weather chat. I'm going to move this camera over there, that we can get this thing set up. So again, good to see you guys here. Looks like we have one person already in here. Sweet. It is currently 8:30 on the 4th of May. May the 4th be with you for any Star Wars fans out there. So if you guys have any questions, throw your questions in here, and I will be answering those as we go throughout the night. And the way to answer or to ask the questions, if you guys are on YouTube, obviously you're watching this, you can just leave the questions there, and I can answer your guys' questions as they are coming in. So sweet. I am going to go over to YouTube real quick and share this link. So I'm going to copy real quick. Copy. I'm going over to Twitter. I'm going to do a screen grab real quick. On YouTube, obviously you're watching this. You can hopefully you guys are having a great evening. I'm answering you guys' questions as they are coming in. So sweet. I am going to go over to YouTube real quick and share this link. Trying to record a cool time lapse as well. Dang it. It did not freeze long enough. I was trying to get this thing to freeze for a second. So yeah, hopefully you guys are having a good night tonight. Again, if you guys are on Twitter, yep. But the time lapse I'm trying to record is of the sunset tonight. It should be a pretty cool time lapse once it's all done. If it works, the clouds are right in the way where I can't get a great time lapse. You know, trying really hard for something that probably won't work, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try anyway. So yeah, any weather questions you guys, throw those at me, and I will be answering those for you guys. So again, thanks for stopping by, everyone. Any questions, go ahead and just comment there, and we will get this thing started. If it works, the clouds are right in the way where I can't get a... I'm trying to listen so I can do a screen grab real quick when I wave to the camera. I'm going to try anyway. So, yeah. You guys throw those at me, and I will be answering those for you guys. So, again, thanks for stopping by, everyone. Any questions, go ahead and just comment there, and we will get this thing started. Alrighty. All right. Hopefully everyone's having a good night. Save as JPEG, YouTube, copy, tweet. I wish there was a way to send this out automatically every single day, but there is not. All right, so if anybody has any questions, go ahead and comment those on YouTube, or if you guys are on Twitter, Twitter is the fastest way for me to see your comments. You guys can tweet those to me at AndrewWSYX6, which you can see there at the bottom, or if you guys are on the YouTube, obviously you're watching this, you guys can just go ahead and shoot me back a tweet or a comment, and I will be answering those for you guys as we go through the evening tonight. So yeah, pretty cool. Let me post this over on my Facebook page, and we are G to G. We are good to go. We are ready to rock and roll. I'm gonna turn down the volume of me so I'm not hearing all this feedback the whole time. All right, so let's see here. What do we have going on? What is brewing tonight? All right, looks like we have 4 new notifications here. It's going to be a warm week, the warmest of the temperatures we've seen the entire week. So looking forward to that, mid-80s later in the week. So that'll be nice. All right. No new questions coming in on Twitter right now. Looks like we have a couple questions, though, on YouTube. So, very common question from good old Pedro. Pedro saying, hey, Andrew, how will this week look? We are looking like scattered rain several days, both on Monday, early Wednesday, and then a chance for thunderstorms as we head into Friday. Wednesday and Thursday will be the warmest 2 days this week. I'm going with a high of 80 on Wednesday and 85 on Thursday. Tomorrow will be a bit cool, again, with some scattered rain showers in the afternoon, kind of like what we had seen today. Not everyone had seen the rain showers. However, if you lived basically from Madison, Fayette County, down through Ross, Pickaway counties, you had some light rain showers and sprinkles. A bit more of a nuisance. All right, so John Suttle's asking, what made you want to become a weatherman? Well, I actually wanted to become a meteorologist ever since I was a little kid. My dad went to Purdue for meteorology, and that's where I kind of got started. He really got me to love weather. I love the fact that it changes all the time, that we're always dealing with different weather, especially here in Ohio. Every single day it's different, so it's nice doing something where it's not the same thing day in, day out, where it's always different. So I really do like that. Kip saying severe weather in the plains. Let's see, over here. It is not over here just yet. It's not in my feed yet to show you guys. But Kip just leaving a comment saying severe weather for the plains on Thursday. Maybe some action in the Ohio River Valley on Friday, maybe. Yep, Kip, it looks like Friday. Saturday, I think it'll be a little bit quieter for us. But, yeah, Friday, we've been, among the meteorologists here at ABC6, we've been shooting back some emails back and forth saying, yeah, we got to keep an eye on that for Friday for us, because it might get a little interesting here in Central Ohio. It's going to be so warm. Like I said, the warmest temperatures that we've had of the year so far. So there's going to be plenty of energy in the atmosphere to really get things brewing as we head into the later part of the week. All right, let's see here. Any other questions? Noah saying, can you please check out my movie reviews on Blogger? Sure. Post a link in here, Noah. I'll check that out sometime. And, not feeding those in. All right, so again, if you guys have any weather questions, go ahead and post those in here. Anything you guys have on your mind, whatever, let me know. I'm trying to think of the last movie I saw. Oh, I went and saw Training Day last week. Man, my eye looks so red. That looks so bad. Now that I'm able to shoot this all in HD, I can see how bad my eyes look. I may have pink eye. I'm not positive on that. I probably should find out before I come to work tomorrow and infect a lot of people. But yeah, that's my eye looks bad. It looks real bad. All right, so let's see here. What do we have going on? No new tweets coming in. If you guys have any questions about the weather, you guys can always tweet me at AndrewWSYX6, and I can respond very quickly to those. All right, let's see. Noah? Last question was from Noah. There we go. Yeah, here's the comment from Kip. Yeah, severe weather in the plains on Thursday. Ohio is what we're keeping an eye on for Friday, absolutely. Could be very interesting come Friday. So I don't know if you guys saw this. There was we had a scout group in today, and they were a great group of kids, just very, very well behaved, and I'll show you guys a picture of that real quick. Let me screen grab. So here's the entire group today. They were great, very well behaved, like I'd said. Especially considering that the NBA ran late. Normally, what we do on Sunday night tours when I have the scouts come in is I have them. We started at 5:40, so that way there's 20 minutes to go through the newsroom. And again, this is for the boy and girl scouts, since we always have scout groups on Sundays. We go through the newsroom, then we come down to the studio. I show them everything in here, and then we go to the control room, and then master control, and then we're back in here. Watch the newscast. They join me in front of the green screen for the main weather, and then once the newscast is over, they each go up, maybe two different things, try to point to stuff in front of the green screen. But since the NBA game ran long, since the NBA game ran long, we had an extra half an hour, so we did the green screen stuff beforehand, and a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Good group of girls today. Pedro saying behind the scenes today. I don't think so, Pedro. I haven't really done behind the scenes since I switched over to YouTube, and the reason is because it's a whole new link. Every single week I have to send out a new link, so I doubt that I'll be doing behind the scenes tonight, Pedro, just because it's a lot harder for people to know the link to come to. So it's normally we'd only get one or two people in there, so probably not behind the scenes tonight, but good question. Let's see. I had some comments in here, then they all just disappeared. John, did I watch the Kentucky Derby? I did watch the Kentucky Derby yesterday. It's always so surprising. It's just so much buildup. It takes 2 hours for this little 2-minute race. They have so much just talking to all these people and this, that, and the other. It's just amazing how long it takes for them to finally get the race underway and go. But I did watch that. Sure, Noah. Check them out on YouTube. Send me the link, Noah. You can always go to my Facebook page, Andrew Michael, and leave it on there, or you can tweet me as well. All right, so let's see. What else do we have going on here? Question coming in from Lindsay Orr. What are your predictions for the summer storms? Let me go ahead and just post this over there real quick. Copy, comment. All right, so I'll pull this in once that is up and going. Looks like we have a decent amount of people in here tonight. So anyone, if this is your first time, you guys can either leave comments on the YouTube, or if you are on Twitter, you can tweet me using Andrew WSYX, which is right down there at the bottom, or like I said, the comments coming in. And I have a comment that came in, and it's not in my feed yet to show it to you guys because that's running a little bit behind. Like I said, Twitter's much faster, but Lindsay's saying, what are your predictions for this summer storms? Do you think they will be worse because of the climate change we are going through? It's a good question, Lindsay. I think that our severe weather will be limited this year because of how cold the winter was. So you need that instability. You need really warm temperatures down by the surface, and you need really cold temperatures up in the atmosphere. Well, our ground was so cold this winter that we have to wait for that ground to really warm up. We have to start baking the ground, essentially, to start getting severe weather. So for us here in the plains, for us here in the Ohio Valley, we don't have the severe weather like they have out in the plains. And one reason is because we don't get the cold air from Canada, and we don't get the warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico to meet in the right place. So I think that we will have some severe storms. I think that the start of the season will be a little more tame than normal. I don't think that we're going to have as strong of an outbreak as what we normally have. But the last 2 years are kind of been abnormal, especially last year. Last year was a very, very quiet year for severe weather. So good question. Hopefully that answers it for you. So again, any other questions, you guys can go ahead and tweet those to me, Andrew WSYX6, or if you guys are watching this on YouTube, you can just comment on there. Just comment on the YouTube page. All right, let's see here. Any other new questions coming in from Robin Young saying, Is it really going to rain all next weekend? From Robin Young. The answer to that is no. There's a chance for rain every single day, but and I believe it was you, Robin, that said that you might go camping. I know someone said they were going camping next weekend, but it's going to be scattered. Friday, I think, especially the afternoon and evening Friday, looks very wet, with the potential for some severe weather. Saturday, I see a few hit or miss rain showers. Same for Sunday. Honestly, it'll be, if we do see any rain next week, and I think Saturday and Sunday the rain will be fairly light in the afternoons and during the daytime hours. But it's really Friday into Friday night when I think is our best time frame for the most amount of rain to fall. So hopefully that answers your question there, Robin. There's that question about the so question from Kip. Ever watch Weather Brains on Monday evenings at 8:30 on Google Hangouts? It's a roundtable discussion talking about weather topics with hosts via Hangout. By the way, this is the setup is great. Thank you, Kip. I have watched it one time. The problem for me is the time frame of when they do it, because I'm normally working. I get off work at about 7 o'clock, so by the time I go home, get something to eat, take the dog for a walk, I'm hardly ever just sitting there on Monday nights because I'm just so busy getting everything ready. So I have watched it once. So John asking, why can't you just leave this link open and do the scenes instead of making a new one? The answer to that, John, is because this link that you're watching this right now is just for this individual YouTube. So in order for this link to work later, I would have to leave this up the entire time, and I'm not going to let it sit up there, because once it goes to YouTube later, once I end the broadcast here, it would be a 3-hour-long video with 40 minutes of just dead silence. So that's the reason why I don't leave this one up there. So good question. There's the question about storms this year that I just mentioned earlier. Again, I think with the ground as cold as it is, it's going to be really hard for severe weather to really take off here in Ohio for the start of the season. So that's my response to that. Racing, Robin Young. Yeah, I think for racing, scattered showers. Again, I don't think it's going to be a complete washout, but it's not going to be a completely dry weekend. I would say it's just going to be scattered in the nature. All right, let's see. What else do we have going on here? Again, if you guys have any questions, you guys can comment those on YouTube. Just comment there while you guys are watching the video, and I will pop those up there. And if you guys are on Twitter, you can tweet me at AndrewWSYX6, and I can pop those up there as well. So I'm going to check out Facebook real quick to see if there's any questions coming in on Facebook. I do not see any. All right. I'm checking to see if there are any other new questions coming in on Twitter and Facebook. Hopefully that explains your question there, John. All right. All right. Let's see here. Check out Twitter real quick. I don't think my time lapse turned out very well. Save movie content. Let me go back and check these movies. The clouds are just in the way. I was trying to get the sunset. The clouds are out there, and I was hoping to get like a little bit of sliver of no clouds for a sunset. What did I just record that as? I just recorded a time lapse, but I don't know what I recorded it as. Time lapse. Untitled 3, time lapse 3. All right, time lapse 3. I'll show you guys this. Did it not record? I don't think this recorded. It did not record. Time lapse 3. Dang it. That really stinks. That really does stink. Well, that stinks. All right, so again, if you guys have any weather questions, sorry, I got distracted here. I need to go have some coffee. And my doctor said, ooh, it's saved right over to here. That's weird. So my doctor said that if I have some coffee or whatever, it helps me focus on one thing. Because I always have a bad problem, as you can tell right now, looking one back to the other. Want to see what this time lapse looks like. Time lapse 3. Nope. That is the strangest thing. Huh. So weird. Guess it didn't record. Content movies time lapse 3. No. Oh well. All right, let's see what's going on. All right, what is the average temperature for this? Do you expect more strong wind this week? From Noah, which is not in on the feed yet. That's one thing I don't like. All right, so Noah asking is, do you expect more strong wind this week? For the storms later this week, let me get a response for you as we take a look at the winds for the full length of the atmosphere. I need to go to GFS. All right, so let me pop this up here for you guys. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, right there. All right, so I want to show you guys this. So these are the winds. All right, so these are the winds, and this is Friday. So right where my mouse is, and I'm pretty sure that you guys can see where my mouse is on this. Let me switch it over here. I want to check it out real quick. So what we're looking at here, I know I'm switching it over so that way you guys are going to be able to see me inside the video. Crazy stuff. All right, so what I'm trying to get it to pop up there so I can tell if I'm looking at the right thing or not, or if you guys can see the mouse. All right. So what we're looking at here on just above May 10th. So this would be 8 p.m. Friday night, and see the winds here coming out of the southwest. Then as we get up into the atmosphere, so as my mouse moves up the screen, it's actually kind of like going up into the atmosphere. And then the storms would top out right about in this area is where we'll start getting the storms to top out. So there's a lot of energy or a lot of strong winds in the upper part of the atmosphere. As you can notice here, the winds going between 50, these are 75 knots. So we're looking at really strong winds in the upper atmosphere. That helps with tornadic storms. That also helps with straight line wind storms. But what we're seeing here are these winds rotating. And a matter of fact, look right there. That is very indicative of straight line winds. And plus we have a little bit of rotation. So it's coming out of the southwest here, southwest here, west-southwest. So we're seeing these winds change in direction as they're going up one by one. So there could be some supercell storms or some tornadic storms. But yeah, that's what we're going to be keeping an eye on as we head into Friday night. Friday night, I think we could have some strong straight line winds, especially considering that we're at 50 knots just right above the surface. So we're looking at very strong winds. So hopefully that answers your question. Question from Noah here. Do you expect more strong winds this week? So hopefully that answers your question there, Noah. You and Dana have ADD from John. My doctor said that I do not have ADD. I asked him. He said that it was not ADD. He said the one thing that ADD and ADHD people will do is that they can't control their thoughts within their mind, that they'll sometimes interrupt people. And I don't think I do that. I may. All right, so John Settle is asking, what is the strongest tornado to hit Columbus? That is a very good question, and I will show you. TornadoHistoryProject.com is a fantastic site, but you don't need to look it up because I will pull it up for you. I will pull up Franklin County. Submit. All right, so let me... Blurp, 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 blurp. So there have been 2 F3 tornadoes, and I will switch this over for you so that way you guys can see this. So here you go. You can see that there have been 2 EF3 tornadoes. One started out in the Bexley, Whitehall area, tracked right over top of the airport. Well, we can check to see when that actually occurred. There you go. 1971, so the airport was there by then. 7 injuries, and then it went up toward Gahanna. Another one, I'll zoom it out a sec so that way you can see the other F3 started off to the north here, tracked down through, that would be Logan County. No, I'm sorry, Champaign County. Champaign County down into Madison County, across Franklin County, and then over toward the east, which that would be right along the Pickaway and... I'm sorry, not Pickaway, Licking and Fairfield counties. So F3 is the strongest tornado that we have ever had here in the metro area. So hopefully that answers your question there. And again, that question was, oh, not there. What is the strongest tornado to have ever hit Columbus? So there's the question coming in from John Suttles. All right, so Pedro asking, what is the average temperature for this week? The average temperature for this week, it's kind of hard to say because we're all over the place. If I give you an average temperature, tomorrow you're going to be like, well, it's not that warm. The average temperature this week, I would say, is about 70. Tomorrow, we're not even going to get to 60. So it's going to be cool tomorrow, and then we really warm things up close to 70 by Tuesday, and then the 80s for Wednesday and Thursday. So looking forward to the warmer temperatures returning. It'll be kind of nice. All right, so let's see here. Bradley Combs asking, when can we put in good old AC? I would probably say in about a couple of weeks just to get it done. It's not going to hurt anything to get it done a little bit earlier other than the cool temperatures kind of making their way in. But if that's the case, just put a curtain over front of it. But I would probably say in about 2 or 3 weeks you can put in the AC. We normally did it at the start of June, even though you had some cool nights. But I can't comment in. So Lindsay's saying I can't comment. Oh, so here's a question. I think it was from Eric maybe. Someone said that they were not able to comment before. Lindsay Orr says she can't comment because it says comments disabled. Do you know why that is? No, that is weird. No, that is weird. Do you have a Google/YouTube account? You might have to log in. That's the only thing. So there we go. Hopefully that works for you, Lindsay. But again, for anybody that can't comment on there, you can always tweet me. Tweet me at AndrewWSYX6, and then I can respond that way. Noah asking, you are working with Tara tonight, right? And the answer to that is yes, I am working with the lovely Tara Morgan. She is in tonight. Adam Arrow is off both yesterday and today, so just Tara and I. Clay Hall is in. He had to go to his son's graduation. He graduated from Ohio State today, but he will be back tonight. So pretty exciting stuff there. Oh, now that the sun is set, I can finally see some clear skies way back there. Those pesky clouds. Those pesky, pesky clouds. All right, let's see here if you guys have any other questions coming in, and I will check those. Five, four, clear move. Cannot believe that a time lapse did not record. All right, so let's see. Don't have any other new questions coming in there. Oh, shoot. All right. Any other new questions? I don't see any. Refresh my Facebook page, see if there's anything going over there. Noah commenting there. Noah, if Noah's still watching this, it says that I think you sent me like the private link to get to your blog, and I can't see it. I think you sent me like your dashboard. I need the actual link to it. When I click on it, it says that I'm not the author for it. All right, so let's see here. If anybody has any weather questions, comment those here on the YouTube, or tweet me at AndrewWSYX, and I will answer you guys' weather questions. So thanks for all the questions coming in. Now asking, what are you afraid of the most? Oh, man. I'm afraid of all the technology nowadays. And I say this as we're doing a YouTube chat. I'm afraid of the technology and where we've come so far. Like I'm really afraid of a nuclear holocaust. It's crazy to think of, just these countries that have these nuclear powers and everything. It's just kind of scary now. I wish that there could be world peace. I really do. It just boggles my mind that we're in 2014 and there's not world peace. It boggles my mind that there are some crazy dictators in the world still. These are very deep thoughts, by the way. So as far as Noah's question here, and it's not in my feed yet to show it to you guys, but Noah asked, what are you afraid of the most? Personally, myself, I'm not a huge fan of I can do heights. I get really sick on roller coasters. I'm just afraid that we can't all get along. I just don't get it. It just does not make sense to me why there is turmoil. So Austin Wright asking, do I prefer iPhone or Android? I use both of them. One is my work phone, my personal phone. The one thing I will say, I do like the fact that with the iPhone, you can go through, and this is the 4S, and the battery is horrible on this. This used to be Mike McCarthy's, our morning reporter. This used to be his old phone, but the battery, it's at 6% right now. I've used it some today, but this thing just dies so fast. So I like the fact that the iPhone, I can go through, double tap the home screen, and then all of my apps I can go through. I'm trying to do this while watching you guys, and close them. So that way it uses a lot less battery because it's not using any apps. The Android, though, is so much more customizable. That's my beautiful wife. But there's so much more that you can do to it, like customizing all of your apps. And you don't need the iOS licensing to write apps. So there's a lot more apps, in my opinion, on Android. A lot more customizable. There's my little weather app that I use. It's basically just straight from the National Weather Service, but it's nice just to look to see what their forecast is. We'll zoom in on that. There you go. Hey, there you go. Some other stuff on there as well. But I like the Android, I would say, better. My phone, I've had this phone for, I think, maybe 3 years-ish, 2.5. But I would say I would go with Android over iPhone. I think iPhone has some great qualities. I wish that would be. Camera is much better on the iPhone as well. So those are my 2 cents on Android versus iPhone. From Austin Wright. All right, so let's see any other questions. Yeah, I am logged in. That's weird. It worked a couple weeks ago when I asked a question. Weird. Oh, all right. Haven't watched stream football since the stores were in town. Watching you can't. All right, so let's see here. Any other questions coming on YouTube? Oh, Noah, found your Facebook page. Breakfast Club, #1 favorite movie. Let me, Cool, Noah. Just found your page. Oh, I searched it. All right, so let's see here. No new questions coming in on Twitter right now, other than the fact that that Lindsay cannot comment on the YouTube pages. For any of my peeps that may be still back from Dark County, where I grew up, Bomb Squad was just called to the 200 block on South Main Street in New Madison. Interesting. They had bombs in the house. That's crazy. That actually would have been. I'm trying to think. That would be right around where the school is, so that's even more scary. All right, so let's see if there's any other new questions coming in. Sorry, my brain is wandering. I need some coffee. So John asking, have you ever gone out and done any storm chasing? I have not done any storm chasing in the plains. I wouldn't call it storm chasing. I storm spotted here in Ohio before. And storm chasing is extremely dangerous, especially when we have, like last year, when you have all of these storm chasers going out. And some of these chasers, we're just going to call them chasers for lack of a better term. Some of these storm chasers, they're going out trying to get scientific data. They're trying to get information so that way we can predict tornadoes further into the future. However, there's so many people that are amateurs that aren't there for furtherment of predicting the weather, saving lives. And sure, they call in to say, hey, there's a tornado on the ground, which is good. You need that. I mean, you need someone on the ground calling in to say there's a tornado on the ground is extremely useful information when it is a train spotter doing it. But there's so many people in the plains that are chasing. There's hundreds and hundreds of cars on these back gravel roads. If a tornado changes path, just like it did last year, killed 3 very well-known storm chasers. So as far as me going out and storm chasing in the plains, there's nothing that I can do for the betterment and furtherment of predicting it. I'm not taking instruments out with me. I'm not doing research with it. So for me, the only thing I would be doing is getting in the way of other people that are trying to do it. So I've never storm chased out in the plains. I've storm spotted sometimes, and this question coming in from John. I have storm spotted sometimes here in Ohio where they will put you. And here's what TV stations do out in the plains too. So what they do is they have about 12 crews, and instead of the photographers normally drive the reporters around, shoot the video. For what they do, and this is for Oh shoot. What TV station is this? Let me be. Oh, okay. So KOKO. So Oklahoma City. Damon Lane told me this. So what they do is their reporters then, they're just the driver. All they do is drive. The photographers are the ones that have been trained on what to see, what to look at. All right, here's what you need to be doing. But they don't move. They go to a position and they leave early in the day before the storms start brewing up, before there's a storm that's even popped on the radar yet. They have all of their crews get where they need to go. And then from there, I'm watching this huge spider. Let's see if you guys can see that. You guys see that over there? Huge spider crawling on the wall, the black wall behind the pipes right now. It's very distracting. So they have these crews get into position very early in the morning. They stay there wherever the meteorologist predicts these storms are going to be the most severe. And so from there, they get the video from that location. If the storm's already passed, they need to move the crews. They will do it then. The other meteorologists will tell them. So that way you don't have these crews, all of these crews converging on one storm, jamming up the traffic. People could get stuck in the way of it. So I think it's a very smart thing of what they do. I don't know if you guys can see that right now. All right, so Eric Clark saying, speaking of roller coasters, Friday is Ohio State Day at Cedar Point, 9 to 11, washout. I wouldn't say it's going to be a washout. I do think that there will be a decent amount of rain on Friday. I think if you want to go, get there early, because the later you are, the later you're there, the better chance the storms will be. So if you get there early enough, that's when you're going to have the best or driest weather. AB, good to see you this evening. Do you see any snow coming for us anytime soon? Kind of dumb question, I know. Never a dumb question. I do not see any snow coming for us anytime soon. Tonight is the coldest night in the 7-day forecast, 44, and I think we may have round that corner where we're done with the snow for the season. I actually thought about that on my drive back in. Is that we had snow, what, 2 weeks ago? And yeah, it's my wife calling right now. Hello, babe. Would you like to say hi to everyone on my YouTube stream? Hold on. You're not on speaker. There you go. Say hi. Oh, my phone just died. Oh, iPhone fail. Android, good. I don't know what you called for. Let me text her back on my private phone. And I have proof, too, that the battery died on here. It's dead. It won't come on. That's crazy. All right, what operating system do you prefer? iOS, Windows 7, Linux, Google OS, etc.? We use several different systems here at the station. Most of it is Windows. Most of it, it's all Windows 7. One of our systems, I believe, is still Linux. So I'm a big Windows fan myself. When was the last tornado? Oh, when was the last tornado Ohio has had? All right, so now we're getting specific. Let's go to last year. Ohio. I know we had a tornado last year in Ohio. There were actually 30 tornadoes in last year. The most recent one was... I got that zoomed in way too far. Last tornado in Ohio was December 6th. Nope, that's not right. Let's see here. 12, 12, 12, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 9. November 17th was the last one in Ohio, and that was in... let me zoom out, see which part of the state that was in. It was up by Fremont, up by Port Clinton, Toledo area. So November 17th was the last time Ohio has had a tornado. All right. I don't see any other new questions coming in on Twitter, so that's the last time I'm going to check that. Yeah, don't see any other new questions. Well, I'm going to jump off here. It's 9:15. I have to go get ready and do radio for WTVN, WC, well, not tonight, in Sunny 95. So I have to record some radio hits for that before the 10 o'clock newscast. So, again, thanks for everyone stopping by. Again, you guys can always tweet me, AndrewWSYX6. If you guys are watching this, I'm going to change the link at the bottom here. You guys can go to my YouTube page to see these. Actually, I should just always have that at the bottom. YouTube.com/AndrewWSYX6, and that's where you guys can find my videos, including the new link to the one that I will have next week, so you guys can check that out. And if you want to, you can bookmark that, save it, add it to your calendar or something, so that way you'll know when it is. But again, YouTube.com/AndrewWSYX6. Again, thanks for everyone stopping by. We'll do this again, same time, same place next week, 8:30 Sunday nights, right here on YouTube. Check out my YouTube page, youtube.com/AndrewWSYX6, to find the links to that. Again, thanks for all the questions you guys brought tonight. A lot of fun. Went by very quickly tonight. One of the quickest ones we've had. Feels like it just started. See you guys next week.